Hello, it's Jason with Hardy Life Outdoors. Welcome back to Southeast Ohio. We are rolling into food plot season, and in preparation for that, I've got the sprayer out and trying to do a little bit of early season spraying. I was trying to get some pre-emergent put on my switchgrass, and I got a whole nother video that talks about mistakes I made on that. But while I had the sprayer out, I know people are starting to look around trying to find a decent sprayer, and I thought I'd talk a little bit about the sprayer that I have and a little bit of the history of what I've gone through in terms of sprayers, because it took me a while before I found this one, and this has been a game changer for me. So this is the Frontier LS2006, and I've had it for about 2 years now and have been absolutely thrilled with it. When I first started food plotting, I was trying to get into it kind of inexpensively, and I hired somebody to come out and till my field. I guess before I did that, I had a friend of mine who had a sprayer that was a Fimco that went on a little, it was pull behind, and I used it, had good luck with it. All in all, I was pretty happy with it. It was a nice little sprayer. When I went to buy one, I was surprised at how expensive they were. So I didn't buy that one. But then I'm trying to think what my first sprayer was that I actually bought. I guess it was a Fimco 3-point. I thought maybe somewhere along the way I'd gone with one that sits in the back of a ATV bed or on the back of your ATV. I've seen a lot of people use those. I don't know why, I just never went that route. I guess I felt like they weren't big enough, but I don't know, they're 25, 35 gallons. I see people use them, so I think they can get the job done. But I know what it was. I had bought my 1025R. This is my new one. I bought one in 2016 that I've since sold, but I wanted something I could use with this. So I went out, I found Fimco had one that was a 3-point sprayer, and while it was a little more expensive than what I was spending, I think it was, $300 or $400. I mean, not expensive, not overly expensive, not out of reach. So I went ahead and bought it, and I used it once or twice, and it started leaking at where the bolts connected. I've got a couple videos on that. I'm going to try to get those reposted from the old channel, but Fimco was a miserable failure to me. I know it's a big brand. I know it's readily available at a lot of farm stores and other retailers, but I was just never happy with it. Now, again, I see people use them in the back of ATVs, and they seem to have pretty good luck with them, but not for me. So when I did my last video, was the Fimco Final Fail, and on that one, this seam down the side split, and I had a leak. I was just fed up. So I started looking around, and having bought a lot of Frontier and John Deere equipment, that's where I started looking, and I found this one. They had a couple different models in this LS series, and I was really, pretty price conscious and driven. These are PTO driven, so there's a little bit of expense there, but I was looking at over $2,000 for a sprayer, and I just wasn't sure that I could step up to that. I finally got to a place where I just decided, I'm going to buy this. I'm going to have a good quality sprayer, and I contacted the local dealer and I bought it. They had a couple options. You could get this as a boom sprayer or boomless. I went with the boomless. The coverage was good. I did think that I could, I've got a boom on my old Fimco that I thought I could throw over here if I wanted to, but I've yet to do that. I kind of like the boomless. I want to say this gives me about a 20-foot spray pattern. Nice thing about this thing is it does fit the 1025R as well as the 4052R. 4052R, I have zero concerns with it on there. I've used it several times on there. I've not used it yet on the 1025R. I literally put it on to bring it out here and show it to you, and so I've not used it. One of my big concerns was the weight of it on the back of the 1025R. At 60 gallons, at 8 pounds a gallon, you're looking at 480 pounds of water. I did some checking. The 3-point on this will handle over 700 pounds of weight, 24 inches from the pin. And I had to do some digging to make sure I fully understood this, and I think I've got it down, but you know, if I explain it wrong, I'm interested in you leave me a comment. Tell me if I'm wrong. But I got out the tape measure, and when I saw that it said 24 inches from the pin, I looked at it, and the pin that this thing, where all the weight settles, is back in here. So when you look at this 3-point, when you come out to the end of the arms, you're at 24 inches. So it's measuring how much weight can be carried right here. That's where it's rated. As you can see, all this weight is further back, which is going to add, it's going to reduce what you can carry. Now, part of what you can do, you can add weights to the front, you can do things to offset the weight in the back. But my big concern is that all that weight, it's not a static weight. As you move, the water's going to slosh and move around in there. I just brought it from the barn out here to the driveway. It felt pretty good. It lifted good. It didn't really, you know, I didn't feel like it was taxing the tractor. My big concern is I know that from here back to the 80, in the areas I work on the 80, they are not, they're not flat. There's ruts. So I worry, you know, what happens if a wheel falls into a rut and all that weight sloshes to one side or the other? So, you know, the solution to that is, you know, one of the solutions is don't fill it all the way up. You know, if you like this sprayer, it's a 60 gallon. I think they've got a 40 gallon version of this as well, but you can potentially go with a smaller one. You can fill this one halfway up. A couple different things you can do. If you're on a very flat area, you may be fine. I just wasn't sure about it. So that's my big concern with it on the 1025R. But from a sprayer standpoint, I really like this. It hooks up to the PTO. Once you get it going, there is a lever up here. You flip this lever back and forth. That is going to switch you between your boom and your sprayer. The 4052R is designed so that if I get off the tractor, have it in park, have it in neutral, I can walk around, I can hit the PTO will run, and I can run that sprayer. I can walk around with the hose. I need to do some reading. I can't figure out how to make it work that way on the 1025R. If I find that it works, I'll leave a note here. But going through the same procedure that I did on the 4052R, it did not work. It didn't shut the tractor off. It gave me a warning, driver out of seat. So it did not let me use that, which kind of makes that that sprayer, that hand sprayer, a little bit irrelevant. Although you could drive around and, you know, as you drive, spray. I think Josh did that one time. He was spraying some chemicals in his pond to try to kill some of the algae. So he drove along the edge of the pond, he had the sprayer up in his hand, and he could spray with it. So I am going to hook this up to the 4052R and show you what the spray pattern looks like, because that hose is really nice. It puts out some real good pressure. Other things about it, I don't know. It's a good, durable sprayer. It's something that, you know, being the Frontier brand, being the John Deere spec, I've just got a lot of faith in it. I've been happy with it. I've used it several times. I did learn a lesson between year 1 and year 2. There's a filter in the bottom that will hold water. You need to drain that filter over the winter. I did not. It froze, and I broke a fitting that I had to fix. Inexpensive, but it was a real bummer when I was getting ready to spray, and I came out and found that fitting was cracked and it leaked like crazy. So that was a lesson learned. But all in all, you know, I've been very happy with it. And if you're looking for a sprayer, you know, check this one out from Frontier. It's done everything I need, and it sure beats the heck out of that Femco that I used to use. So if you're looking for a sprayer, whether for food plots, gardens, you know, I don't know, maybe you're spraying something else where you're going to ride along and you're going to use the spray gun, I definitely recommend this one. So let me put this thing away, swap it to the 4052R. I'll come back out and we'll talk about the hand sprayer and how it works. So I'll be right back. All right, quick change here. I got the 4052R. As you can see, the sprayer is a much smaller item on there. I have zero concerns with any kind of tip over or weight issues on the 4052R. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this. I gotta get on and start it, make sure it's in park, make sure it's in neutral, and then I'll go around the other side, start the PTO. I mentioned there's a gray lever up there. I'm going to flip that lever. That will start our sprayer, and I'll show you how it works. So as you can see, it puts out a decent amount of pressure. All I've got in that right now is water. I'm cleaning it out after having some stuff in it from earlier. But put some good pressure out. You can definitely spray out there quite a ways. As I mentioned, I could drive around up in the driver's seat if I wanted to spray apple trees, something along those lines. As long as I'm careful, I don't have the wind blowing it back in my face. That would work really well. But again, my overall assessment on this Frontier LS2006, I definitely like it. I don't have any kind of affiliate link. I don't have anything that's gonna make me any money on it. I just got fed up with bad sprayers, and now that I finally have one, I wanted to share the details of what I'm using. So I hope that was helpful. Thanks for joining. If you're into hunting, habitat management, tractors, just general being outdoors, hit like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We got a lot going on. Turkey season's coming up. I can't wait to get out and do a little turkey hunting. So thanks for joining. Keep in mind, outdoors is always in season.